The Republican Governors Association, which Chris Christie was in charge of, maybe still is, don't recall. But the Republican Governors Association got hacked. Actually, it might have been that it wasn't so much that they got hacked, but they just left a back door open. But one of these groups, and I think it was CREW, Melanie Sloan, Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Government, CREW, looked at this and discovered that basically there was this long list of, how much these these big corporations, literally from Aetna to Walmart, from A to W, big corporations giving money to the Republican Governors Association. And, like with a $50,000 gift, you get to be in a dinner with these 3 governors. With a $100,000 gift, you get to have 2 dinners with these 6 governors, whatever. And they're selling access. And we used to call this bribery. We used to call this, corruption. In fact, the Federal Judicial Code of Conduct is you have to avoid even the appearance of impropriety. Although the Supreme Court has said that doesn't count for us, right? We're not going to be part of that one. But now the Republican Governors Association has been outed on this stuff. A long piece by Jonathan Weissman yesterday in the New York Times. Maybe it's in today's print version. I'm not sure. I read it online. And one of the points that the New York Times article made about 2/3 of the way into it, which I thought was real interesting, was this is not illegal. And the Democrats are probably doing something very similar, although it appears that they're not dealing in such large amounts of money and they're not doing, more money, more access kind of things. They're doing it in a little more laid back fashion. But, basically this is legal. Why is it legal? Because our Supreme Court has decided that corruption of our political system is not a problem. The corruption is always going to happen ultimately by the richest and most powerful people. And those are the people for whom the Supreme Court, or at least the 5 conservatives on the Supreme Court, work. And yes, they work for them. They go to the Koch brothers parties and meetings. They speak at the Koch brothers conferences, which is, indirectly a way of helping the Koch brothers bring more billionaires in, raise more money, have more political impact. Particularly Thomas and Scalia. These guys are so corrupt that if the federal code of judicial standards, judicial ethics, which is applied to every federal judge in the country, was applied to the Supreme Court, Scalia and Thomas would have to resign, or could be impeached, or could be prosecuted. I mean, it's mind-boggling.